What's good, YouTube, man? This one was highly requested. Um, I seen this story going around the social media and things of that nature, and I don't know everything that went on with this. Who the f did I marry situation? I seen bits and pieces from my wife looking at it, but I don't know the whole gist of what was going on. I just know bits and pieces from little stuff she was watching. So yeah, apparently this got a lot of people up in arms. So let's check out and see what's going on with this situation right here. Let's get into it.
Hi, and welcome. We all know why you're here. You're here for part of the new series that I am calling Who the Fuck Did I Marry? I'm going to create this.
My fellow sister in Christ. Why do you have the Mary Had a Little Lamb stuff in your head while you recording a video? Like, I see people just be doing anything. Like they be in the videos taking a shower. They be on the toilet wiping their ass. It's like, bro, what we doing? Like, we don't care about how we, you know what? I ain't even gonna start
this playlist series, and I'm going to tell the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a real pathological liar.
You couldn't sniff that out?
This is my introduction / disclaimer video. First and foremost, I'm going to be truthful, even if it makes me look bad. I'm going to be honest, but I'm also not going to be disrespectful to anyone that was involved. I'm not going to use people's real names because I don't have their permission to do so. And my sister does not want any sort of litigation.
What is that on your forehead?
My sister does not want any...
Well, what's that? What is that? Is that a wart? We got to do better.
Any sort of litigation. I will tell you off the top, I have a sense of humor and I have sarcasm. So things that you see me laughing at, none of this is funny. But in order to get through it, I have to laugh.
I'm gonna laugh too.
I cry. I'm human. I'm a woman.
I'm gonna laugh too.
I'm going to do the best I can to upload as much of the story as I can, because I know people get so annoyed with the... Why
do you have that in your head?
Part 4, follow me for part 17. I'm just going to do the best I can to keep uploading the videos each at a time. I'm going to go in order from the time we met until the time I got our divorce decree in the mail.
Right.
So that is a lot of time to cover. Please give me the grace to just get it out. It may not be all in one day. It may not be all in 2 days. But what I can tell you is, even if you don't...
From what I heard, there's like 53 parts of this BS. So, I'm going to split this up as best as I possibly can. Because, I'm not going to make this one long video. Who going to watch a 5-hour video?
necessarily see a video. I'm probably recording it and then I will upload it into the playlist.
Get to the
Who the fuck did I marry? What else do I need to cover ahead of time, because I feel like this video is important to give some sort of context.
Oh wait, is this whole video just a game plan?
The series, they kind of can figure out, oh, let me start at the introduction video and then work my way through.
I should have started that too. But we committed now, big dog.
Answered when I start and tell the story in order.
Okay, Mary.
Everything I'm gonna tell you can be verified.
All
there are
right.
people in my life who can easily verify, yes, this did happen. Yes, he really
Come on,
did
Mary,
do
let's
that.
get to the story.
Yes,
You about to piss me off, man.
Yes, she did go through that. I have no contact whatsoever with my ex-husband in any way, shape, or form. We do not communicate. We do not have mutual friends or anything where we communicate through those people. No contact. I cannot stress that enough because I feel like somebody's going to ask me, do you still talk to him? No. I ain't seen him.
She do.
I ain't heard from him.
So.
I want to hear from him.
Cap.
And I will tell the entire story up until the last time I did hear from him and what happened. Yeah. This is my story. So, I am just a regular woman who thought she met...
I didn't think you was Superwoman.
...the one. And I didn't. Most people have never came in contact with a pathological liar. We typically come in contact with like a compulsive liar. It is not the same. A pathological liar has no reason for why they lie. And the lies that they make up, there's no limit to the lie. I was once a psychology major in undergrad. I didn't graduate with a psychology degree.
Right.
But I'm very comfortable saying that he was a pathological
I ain't graduate either. My
sister.
sister.
And yes, there was some in my opinion, mental health issues going on. Pathological lying part, absolutely. So I want to preface all this by saying, you're going to probably...
I don't know how she could just sit here and babble on and yap like this in a turtleneck in the bathroom with the Mary Had a Little Lamb twist in her head. I don't know how she's sitting here doing this. I would be hot with the wart on the forehead or whatever that is. Whatever that is. But please get to it at some point.
What in the world? There's no way this happened. Everything you're going to hear me say actually did happen.
Okay.
I never thought I was going to be in some sort of Lifetime movie, but I was. So, I will read the comments as best I can. Like I said, I think if you allow me to tell the whole story, things will be answered. And sorry, I do talk with my hands. It's a coping mechanism.
You talking too much. I don't care what your hands is doing.
Other than that, let's all take a deep breath, buckle in, because this was a fucking crazy ride. And if you think it's crazy,
start the car, please.
How I feel as the person who lived it and had no idea what I was dealing with. I thought I knew, but I truly had no idea who the fuck I married. You like how I twisted that? Anyway. Alright, y'all. This is the introduction, so welcome. Part 1 will be up shortly.
This wasn't even part 1?
Please excuse the hair.
Hold up, why y'all ain't tell me this wasn't part 1, bro? I went through that whole joint thinking that was part 1 and that, man.
Here is part 1 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So I met my ex-husband around...
Why she outside with that Mary Had a Little Lamb twist?
March 4th of 2020. We met on Facebook dating site, and we also matched on Hinge.
Facebook got a dating site?
I did not realize that he was on both under 2 different names. So one was his actual name, and the other one was a variation, like a nickname, that he called himself. Different pictures. So it was a running joke between us. Oh, you ain't even recognize that you had matched with me on Hinge. No, I didn't. And also that should have been a red flag. By the way, you will notice in this story, I called it the United Nations of red flags. It is so many red flags that, I mean, you would have thought I was colorblind because I ignored all of them. So, anyway, back to the story. We met around March 4th. We exchanged phone numbers. He called me and we talked on the phone for the first time. In the first phone call, he told me that he had just moved to Georgia from California, from San Diego. His job had transferred him because he was being transferred in as the new regional manager
Big
for
bank,
a major
big bank.
condiment company that is based here in Georgia.
A condom company. What'd she say?
A major condiment company that is based here in Georgia.
I thought he was making Trojans.
Say the name. And so we also talked about his childhood. He told me he grew up in Philly. He's from Philly.
Bet.
Both of his parents were deceased. This is the first phone call.
Bet.
Both of his parents were deceased. His father was a Philadelphia police officer. His mom was a teacher. He also told me he briefly lived in Augusta with his family. He had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. He also had 2 half-brothers on his dad's side. First phone call. So, I'm just giving you guys the backstory.
If he lying about that, that's an elaborate lie, my dog. Like, you lying about half-brothers and half-sisters and gerbils and dogs and cats.
Was the first phone call we had. So, we talked about family. We talked about friends. We talked about our jobs. At the time, I was working at Georgia State Patrol. And he knew this, and he just thought that was like, wow, you know, so you work with troopers all day. Yes, I did. Also in that phone call, he explained to me that he used to play football. He explained that he used to play arena football. I know nothing about arena football. I know about NFL, I know about college, go Dogs, but I don't know anything about arena football. So he explained to me that he used to play arena football. He used to work at Apple in the off season of arena football. And I remember thinking on that phone call, oh, okay, you know, like, good for you. I don't know anything about arena football, and I believe I did tell him that. I don't know anything about arena football. That'll come into play later on. So
is that like, is he getting at that he was getting paid to play? Because he's saying he worked at Apple during the off season, so that means he getting paid for that then. Because if he don't have a job while he's doing that, he got to be getting compensated in some type of way. So what league? She ain't tell you what league he was in? You ain't ask what league it is so you could look it up? When you, bruh, my females, please, when you meet somebody over the internet, you can't take nothing they say for face value at all. Like, just assume just assume that the person is lying to you with everything that they tell you, because that'll keep your feelings intact.
He told me, you know, I just moved here. My job is paying for my housing, and they are helping me to look for a house. He was like, right now I'm in Gwinnett County, but I'm trying to look for a house, ideally in Atlanta, like Brookhaven, Sandy Springs. He was like, I really would like to move out there. And so I thought, you know, that's great. You know, you're looking to get a house, you just moved here. He was like, I don't really know too many people here because I spend all my time at work, and, you know, this job is really demanding. So that was...
Yep, that's W. Already letting you know I ain't got much time for you like that. So if I need to, I can go cheat. You know what I'm saying? If I got a little family on the side, you already know that my job is demanding. My job /family that you don't know about.
Our first phone call. We talked more. He talked a lot, which took me by surprise because I'm not really used to men talking more than me. He eventually asked me out on a date. Our first date was set for Saturday, March 7th, 2020. He asked me what was my favorite restaurant. I said Cheesecake Factory. And so we agreed to go out at the Cheesecake Factory in a location that...
Y'all remember when that stuff was going viral about what restaurants not to take your girl to or what girls not accepting? This situation here, it helps their argument due to what she's explaining here.
Was in between. I lived in Clayton County at the time. He lived in Gwinnett County. I realized that if you don't know anything about Metro Atlanta, that makes no sense. But basically, we lived about 45 minutes apart. So we agreed to meet at the Cheesecake Factory over at Perimeter Mall, which is in an area, Sandy Springs, Dunwoody area. I was excited. Like, I called my friends and was like, I got a date, you know, blah, blah, blah.
It's probably, she probably don't get much. She probably don't get this many opportunities with men, which is why she's so excited due to the fact that it's so scarce. She bragging to her friends, oh, I got a date, we going to Cheesecake, blah, blah, blah. And she don't know that she opening up a door. She opening up Pandora's box to a bunch of worms and snakes and crickets and roaches.
See how it goes. First conversation was good. Hopefully he looks like his pictures, because, you know, that's always an issue with online dating. Hopefully.
Now, Mary, you can't be...
He looks like his pictures. So on my way to our date, I took 285, and literally right before I got to Boulder Crest, the exit for Boulder Crest, I heard a boom and I lost control of my car. Thank God that this, well, not thank God, but
that's God telling you to go home. He tried to stop you right there. Said, whoa, 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 whoa. You going where? Oh, whoa. Better stop where you going and turn around. Made you get into an accident. But look, you didn't want to listen to God. See what happened when you don't listen to God?
I knew what to do. So I did not crash, but my tire blew out. So I called him and I said, hey, I am so sorry, but my tire just blew on 285. I'm slowly making my way off the exit. I believe I pulled into a Chevron gas station. And I said, you know, I got to get this fixed. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress kind of thing. He kind of paused. He got quiet. And he was like, you know, tell me exactly where you are. Drop your pin. So I dropped the pin. And he came to the gas station. Came to the gas station. Got out the car.
Didn't it look like she was getting pulled over right there?
And I was so relieved that he actually looked like his pictures, that I was like, oh my God, he's actually attractive. Because he's like 6'4", 6'5".
What the hell that got to do with his attractiveness? He probably was ugly as hell in the face, and she talking about his height.
Oh, also, man, I apologize. So let me go back to the first conversation. Let me add something. He did tell me in the first phone call that he was divorced, and that his ex-wife, she had 2 children, a boy and a girl, who were teenagers, young adults. I think the girl was about 20, and he said that he had a very close relationship with his stepkids, but that he and his ex-wife had divorced because she cheated on him out in California. And so coming to Georgia was a new beginning for him. She was still out in California. The kids were still out in California. And so...
Where are you going?
He was like, there's no... I can't stand her, but I still want to be in the kids' lives. I have to put that in there because that will come back later.
Nobody asked that in the comments. Where the hell is she going with that in her head? With a chain on and a turtleneck.
So this is just setting the stage. Again, that first conversation was, we talked about family, job, friends, how he ended up in Georgia, me being in Georgia, the things that, I would think people talk about in the first conversation. All right, now back to the tire blew out. So he shows up to the gas station. He changes my tire, which I just thought was the sexiest thing in the world. And then he proceeds to say, hey, I found a tire place around the corner. You need to get another tire. Like, you can't drive on this donut. So,
if he paid for the tire, she putty in his hands. If he pays for the tire that she's about to get, she will be putty in his hands. And he knows that. Talking about some changing the tire was the sexiest thing. And bro, what? He could have gave you a french fry and that would have been the sexiest thing you ever. Not saying anything about her weight. I'm just saying he could have did the bare minimum, bro. He could have shook her hand and looked her in the eyeballs. She'd be like, oh, that was the sexiest thing I ever got in my life.
He followed me to the tire place and then helped me get a tire, paid for it.
What did I just say? He know if he do that, she is putty in his hands, bro. This dude is a W manipulator and a mastermind. You gotta watch out for these snipers. You won't see them coming, ladies. You will not see them coming. He is a A1 sniper. All the experience you could think of. I ain't seen none of this outside of I seen some of like part 38 to 40. This right here, I ain't seen none of this.
So I was definitely like, wow. And so the vibe was good. So anyway, I get the tire fixed. We follow each other to the Cheesecake Factory over in Perimeter. We hold hands walking into the Cheesecake Factory. So in my mind, I'm like,
putty, that's putty. That's putty, that's putty. Putty in his hands, big dog. You holding his hand and you ain't known this dude for 5 minutes.
This is just
putty.
Oh my God, I had butterflies.
Putty.
That's the look of a woman who had butterflies.
This is the look of Play-Doh and putty.
So I had butterflies.
Look at her. She getting happy all over again. And she know he a liar. She's still happy about this.
And we go in. There's a long wait. And so we sit outside and we just talk.
Oh, geez.
And the conversation's great. And this is where he tells me what it is he's looking for. He tells me, I believe at the time he was 42. He was like, I want to get married and it be for real. He's like, my parents were married 40 plus years before my mom passed away. And I want that. I want marriage, family, a house. Like, that is what I want. He was like, I'm as a man, I'm ready to get married, but I want it to be for real because the first time, it really hurt me when she cheated on me. So he's telling me everything that I wanted to hear. And so he was like, what is it that you want? And I said pretty much
money. No, I'm just playing.
Same thing. I was like, I'm ready to get married. Definitely want to have a family. And I want to marry my best friend. So we both put on the table that we wanted marriage. And this is the end of part 1.
Alright, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to break this up because she is a A1 yapper. But I called that, didn't I? Didn't I call that? Did I not call that? You can't tell me I ain't call that. I told you so. I told you so, bruh. Dudes look for some dudes. I'm not going to say all dudes because all dudes ain't the same. But some dudes, bro, they look for space and opportunity to manipulate because it can be easy to get a girl to be, how do I say, head over heels, especially early on when she don't know you. If she don't know you, bro, you could be whoever, you could be whoever. You act like you Bruce Wayne. Yo, the only person who know you is your ex, and she ain't nowhere around. So to her, he can be Superman. Meanwhile, your ex think you a bum. So after you gotta be careful with these new relationships because everybody can. Not saying that everybody can change for the worse, but or not be genuine in their change. But some people can just put on that mask real quick and be that you show you they representative. And after that, they drag you to hell because they done got you hooked. As you can see, she probably got dragged to hell because look at what she got in her head after dealing with him. Mary had a little lamb. But yeah, this was pretty interesting, bro. I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to keep these going as much as I can. But, 25 minutes? Yeah, it's time to end this. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.